Well, what else is new, Mr. Aiken, since we're just sitting here bullshitting?
Not a lot, dude. I literally, my week was my standard week with the exception of doing anything fun. I didn't do shit. I worked my ass off again, as I do. I kind of took today off. I mean, I worked this morning. I had a contract to write and a fucking social media campaign strategy to write.
Nice.
That's fun. You know, that's how you spend your day off. Talk about a party animal. And then watched TV and chilled for a long time this afternoon, and then got into a conversation with another guy that I think is going to sign a web deal. So, you know, it's just that's all I do, man, is I work. That's it.
So when are you going to take an actual break, or is that not in the near future or in the future at all?
Well, there's a thing called death, and you know there'll be a break at that point, but. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to get to that thing, to that random thing in South Dakota.
Right.
I'm trying to get myself caught up enough to do that. And then there's a rumor that I'm going to Vegas in either late September or mid-October to go hang with my Army buddies.
Oh, nice. Good for you. You're finally going to get to do that.
Yeah, we're either going to do that or I'm going to go to Seattle and we're going to all meet up there and then go to a Seahawks game or something.
Oh, good for you.
So there are plans for me to actually take 4 to 5 straight days off here, but you know, I got to get to that point first.
All right, well, good for you. I'm glad to see you're actually going to go do something fun or at least plan on it.
Well, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to do something. What have I been working, 4 years straight?
Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is that obviously, over the last at least 2 years, I've had some pretty good adventures.
Sure.
You know, so, and there are more to come.
Mm-hmm.
So I plan on taking advantage of every bit of that.
No, I don't blame you, dude. I just, you know, it all comes down to, you know, what you want to accomplish. And you've kind of done the things that you want to do, I think.
Yeah. I don't answer to anybody, so.
Right. But I'm still not satisfied with where I'm at.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of why I work as hard as I do, is because I really want to get the museum over. And, you know, the IT business, it took fucking 10 years, but all of a sudden it's hitting, so I can't stop now.
Yeah, well, I agree with you.
You know, I can't stop when it's converted itself almost 3 times what it was making per month just from a year ago.
Sure.
So, you know, I can't stop that shit, but you know, and plus the books are doing successful. That's something new this week. I got a really good, I had a really good conversation with my friend Jen, that is the CEO of the Tribune over in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And she read my book and is going to help me with some national stuff.
Good.
She was like, this thing is compelling. It's unbelievable, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay. You know how. Well,
the thing is, you know, those opportunities are, you know, just happenstance where you know, run into the right person who takes an interest and, you know, will help propel you because they believe in what you do or they're impressed with your work or whatever the case may be. And it, you know, it works out.
It's just it continues to be amazing to me that anybody cares about this book. Because, you know, it's not the most relatable book. You know, and I mean, the divorce book was a lot more I think was a lot more relatable.
Mm-hmm.
And people that have read both have told me that this one is like 1,000,000 times better as far as the writing. But, you know, I don't know. I can't tell. What do you think? You've read them.
I think that, you know, they're obviously both in the same vein, you know,
right.
and it's you. I mean, it's your story. It's you, the author, who are telling true stories. I mean, it's not like you're some kind of a fiction writer or something like that
right.
that is just crafting a story off the top of your head. These are true life experiences. So that's, you know, it's biography. It's you.
Yeah, one of the things people tend to say, you know, it's moving, it's this, it's that, or whatever, and I just don't feel it because it is me,
mm-hmm.
and I don't. It's hard to look at my own dumb life and be like, oh yeah, that's fucking award winning.
Sure.
It's hard to get excited about that because, it's just shit I remember.
Right.
But obviously my friend Jen, she's responsible for 1 million words a month being written.
Right.
She's CEO of a fucking top 25 paper in the country.
Sure.
For her to say that my writing is fucking quote unquote amazing is like, wow, that's a hell of a compliment there.
Right.
But I'll take it, and she's going to help me move it on to some other places. And I'm beyond, like I keep saying, I'm beyond humbled and thankful that everybody keeps, liking what I'm doing, I guess. And, we'll see if they still feel that way when they see this next one I'm writing.
Well, I think that's going to be a little more, the audience for the next one is going to be more pinpointed towards
Saturday nights from 9
well, it's definitely, unless of course you're a chick that has a strong desire for guy talk.
Yeah.
I just see that more or less as a dude book.
It's John, our friend John, he keeps saying, he's like, dude, you're going to get all these people that read your books and they think that you're like this inspirational guy. And then they're going to buy this book, be based on the first two, and just be horrified.
Well, that's when you have to put your disclaimer on there. It's just like, right. This book contains subject material that does not, may not be appealing to all audiences. Yeah,
it's definitely not. It's fun. I mean, I would say I'm about 30% done with it at this point. I've written like 8 solid chapters.
Mm-hmm.
And it is definitely fun. It's wild, but it's fun. I read the stuff that's going on in this one now, and I'm like, man, what the fuck was I doing?
Right.
We both do that here on the show too, where we tell stories and we're like, man, what were we thinking?
Yeah.
But wow, there was some crazy fucking shit going on at those in Korea when was I out of control?
Sure. Well, that's what happens when you're young and your eyes are open for the first time and you're experiencing things new. I sit back now and I think about places. Obviously I did not go out of the country and go to Korea and all these other things, but I've traveled all over the country, and lived in LA during the height of the 80s, and the people that I met and things that I got to do, and some of the people that were actually childhood heroes of mine that I actually got to meet, and hang out with and stuff was, I look back at that and go, wow, I've lived a pretty interesting existence at points,
That's it. I mean, you know what? I say this all the time, man. I think most people's lives are interesting if they can if they can tell it well.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a book or on the radio or on the phone or whatever, if you can tell the story well, then it's usually pretty interesting, and obviously some of the shit that all of us have done is pretty ridiculous.
Sure.
I was writing a chapter the other day about blowjob roulette. I don't know. Have I ever told that story?
Yeah, you told about where you're sitting at the table with the guys playing cards and there's some girl under the table.
Yeah, well, it's not really cards. You just bet. You literally, everybody puts $20 in the middle of the table.
Sure.
There's a big tablecloth, and you're at a high table with low chairs.
Right.
And everybody drops their pants. And this is in a bar. This isn't like in a room. It's in a bar, and everybody just pulls their pants down and pulls their dick out, and fucking, and you just sit there talking and bullshitting with everybody, looking around the room trying to figure out who's getting blown. And if you get it right, then you get the pot. But if you guess wrong, then you got to pay out what's in the pot.
Sure.
So, everybody was afraid to guess until you were sure. And and you know how that works. Then everybody's trying to pretend they're not getting their dick sucked.
Right.
It was this fucking retarded. But that was Korea, man. It was so fucking retarded. You hear those stories and it sounds fucking like fantasy world.
Sure.
But that's just because that's how it is here in this country.
Yeah, of course.
There, it was a different animal, man. And Lord knows I was willing to fucking be uncaged.
Yeah. Got a new breed of animal coming out of this ranch.
Well, there certainly was.
Nice. All right. Well, 1 hour has gone by, my friend.
All right.
And I think it's time to get a drink.
All right. What I'm going to do here, copy of this. You're going to hear it go bling in a minute. There it goes. I am going to send you, and I waited all the way till now because I didn't want you to preview this at all.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a link for 5 MP3s. And
are you emailing them to me?
I'll just send you the link in the messenger unless you need me to email it.
Email it over because I can't. Your connection is on a different computer.
All right.
So email it over.
Okay. I'll send that if you could just download those and then we'll do. I have not been, you know me, dude. I very rarely do I say I think I have something really, really funny.
Okay.
I think I have something really, really funny. And I'm going to send it over to you and we'll work our way through it.
All right. Fair enough.
All right.
All right. Well, good enough. Well, since coming up this week, you did a interview with a new band called, is it Q5?
Q5.
Q5. Yeah. Not F5.
No, not
F5. It's Q5.
It's F5 with Guns right here at the Horseshoe.
Right. Exactly. Who did you speak to?
Jeffrey McCormick.
He was in Fifth Angel.
He was in Fifth Angel.
And so that just reminded me that I have some Fifth Angel here.
All right.
So I thought I'd play some.
All right.
So why not, right?
Sure.
So why don't we just play the title track of Fifth Angel and, we'll get a drink, we'll come back, and then we'll see what you brought to the table.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Well, the new interview is going to be up over at Uncontrolled Noise on Tuesday, I believe.
Okay.
Is it Tuesday?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I don't know. Ask Corey.
All right. And we're going to play some Fifth Angel. So here it is. Here's Fifth Angel exclusively here
on your classic metal show.